What up, everybody? It's episode 197 of What's Up, Flobo? As that show we sit and we chat about things happening and going on in the life of Flobito. Before we get to today's topic, just want to say if you haven't already, make sure you support the homie. It's holiday season. Pick up a t-shirt at flobito.threadless.com. That's right. You got to pick up a t-shirt or a mug or a hoodie. Hoodies are really, really nice at flobito.threadless.com. So you can tell I am back in the studio, back in the mayor's office. If you're a new Amsterdam radio fan, this is where the magic happens. Still getting used to back to that California life as I record this on Tuesday. There's just been rains happening from the middle of the night all throughout the day. Taking that sunny California and dumping it on its head. I just got back from New York, which is where I was last week, which is why last week's show looked a little different. Felt kind of cool, raw, gritty to be in a basement, regardless of what kind of basement it is. Is irregardless a word? No idea. Just being in the basement. Like, when's the last time I've been in the basement out here in California? It's been forever. Just been hanging out now. Back in the lab, seeing the contrast of the home studio, what I have, and the away studio, what I have traveling with. That was a lot of fun. I give my parents a lot of credit of putting up with me talking about mumbo jumbo and things I need to upgrade my stuff, because they just said, yeah, all right, just do what you got. But I'm back now. It was really cool to connect with friends from high school, and a lot of friends from high school actually this time. And even though I live in New York, I live in Brooklyn, New York, this one kind of felt like going back to the old farm in Brooklyn. Like, I went around the neighborhoods, I had local Chinese food, I talked to people I went to school with, and it was just kind of this down home thing inside this massive town. And I wish there was a way for me to bottle that and share that with you. It is kind of this, I won't say weird, but a very interesting dynamic, and that I can come from this giant city but still have that kind of familial things. But when I was gone, a package that was going to be mailed the day before I left was a day late. So it was outside my apartment for a week. Got the notification, didn't know what it was necessarily, asked my manager, which I don't really talk to her just because she and I are ships crossing in the night. But I text her like, hey, look, I know you're not a mail service, I know you don't do that, but can you put the package in the mail room to my door, which, because I live on the second floor in the corner of my apartment, like, if someone's going to steal that, then they deserve it. Didn't know what it was, but I was excited to see, one, it was still there when I got back to LA, but two, what it was. So many different shows on the podcast network, on the Flobito / New Amsterdam Entertainment Network, has done good things. I talked about After Hours, which is dearly departed, but got me that NYX award for creative hosting for it. This one here I got was an award for the show Draped in Gold, which is the wrestling program I do with my colleague Jack Farmer. And even though Jack and I do a lot of things with wrestling, namely the MacMania podcast, the Spotify original, Draped in Gold was basically a homebrew project between him and I during the throes of the pandemic. And we're approaching 70 episodes doing that. So about a year and some change doing that. Got this, I'm covering the box. This is the Viddy Award, gold level. So Draped in Gold is actually a gold award winning Viddy Award recipient in 2001. As you can see it here, it says for YouTube web video content in the sports category, Draped in Gold. And of course, New Amsterdam Entertainment is the brand that the show is. And it's weird because my name is on it as executive producer of the show, but it is odd because I'm a co-host. So it looks like I totally shafting Jack, but I'm not. Like, I'm the chief engineer, I'm the executive producer, I'm the person responsible for the brand. So shout out to the show getting the Viddy Award. I want to add that to my collection here on the most entertainment and famous dresser in the game. It's going to have another award there. It's just kind of interesting to get recognized. I know there's a lot of shows out there with their own trophy cases, Emmys and Peabodys and Oscars, but this is literally something that happened in my bedroom on originally a laptop that's now becoming something a little bit bigger than that. And to think that we have people from all over the world that tune into our show live. We record the show live Thursdays after NXT goes on the air. In fact, I was in New York into the show. We had guests from the East Coast of the United States. We had guests from England listening and watching, Germany listening and watching. So it was so cool to see this little movement grow off this brand of British wrestling I love so much. NXT UK is hands down my favorite show. Wrestling can ebb and flow and come and go, and there's some weeks where I watch less of it or more of it, depending on what I need for my line of work and as a fan. But I always make NXT UK appointment viewing, and I hope more people watch it, or at least watch us do an entertaining take to encourage them to check out NXT UK and other shows in NXT brand. So yes, I don't know if it's an acceptance speech, but I just want to say thanks to everyone around the world who made Draped in Gold part of their wrestling or even entertainment podcast diet. I know there are millions of choices, quite literally, when it comes to podcasts, but it's been really cool to be recognized not only by the fans, not only by wrestling fans, but peers in the technical side of things. I am an editor by trade. The Viddy Awards were founded by editors as well, to understand they know good content, timely content, one with really good subjective time. So it means a lot to me and the team at New Amsterdam Entertainment. And I say team because we're a sole proprietorship, and that just means me. So make sure you check out Draped in Gold Thursdays at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific, live wherever you get your podcast, but definitely YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and that Facebook Live. That does it for me on this edition of episode 197. I'm not sure how long I'm going to do this show, but it's been so fun to do it as we trudge on to episode 200. If you have something you want me to talk about, discuss, leave that in the comments below. I read them all because I love you all. Until next time, call your mother and peace out. Yeah, not in like that order. You can peace out, then call your mother. Okay, I'm just going to go now.